A jury in New York has decided singer Ed Sheeran didn't infringe copyright after he was accused of plagiarising Martin Gaye's song Let's Get It On when compromising his own work. Sky News' James Matthews has the details.
And you could see it on his face when he walked out of that New York courtroom. He'd been in there for every day, called it insulting, the notion that he would copy the Marvin Gaye classic, Let's Get It On. The point that he made through his lawyers was that there was an unprotectable structure that related, yes, to his song Thinking Out Loud and to Let's Get It On, but that structure related to so many pop songs. In the words of Ed Sheeran, you can put most pop songs on top of most pop songs because they are based on a 4-chord progression. He said that the song, the Grammy-winning song that he wrote with Amy Wadge in February 2014, that they wrote one evening, was based actually on Van Morrison. It was inspired by Van Morrison, had nothing to do with Marvin Gaye. And he spoke about how he'd been personally hurt by all of this, had to miss this week the funeral in Ireland of his 98-year-old grandmother. He spoke about that outside court. And he spoke about the freedom to write songs, the threat to music as we know it. Spoke about that outside the New York courtroom after the jury delivered the verdict in his favour. Let's have a listen, Jay.
I'm obviously very happy with the outcome of the case, and it looks like I'm not having to retire from my day job after all. But at the same time, I'm unbelievably frustrated that baseless claims like this are allowed to go to court at all. We've spent the last 8 years talking about 2 songs with dramatically different lyrics, melodies, and 4 chords which are also different and used by songwriters every day all over the world. These chords are common building blocks which were used to create music long before Let's Get It On was written, and will be used to make music long after we are all gone. They are in a songwriter's alphabet, our toolkit.
Now, this case was brought by the heirs of the man who co-wrote the Marvin Gaye classic, Let's Get It On, Jane. They said that there were similarities in the harmonic progressions, in the melodic and rhythmic elements to both songs. Now, listen to what you think. We've put together elements of both those songs back to back, and the argument from the people who were suing Ed Sheeran was that they were too close, basically. We'll have a listen.
Till we're 70, and baby, my trying to hold back this feeling for so long. Heart could still fall less hard at 23. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Ooh, let's get it on.
Well, there you go. Both songs back to back. They are close, but they weren't close enough for a jury to decide that there had been copyright infringement. It's good news, clearly, for Ed Sheeran. Good news for fans of Ed Sheeran as well, because he had threatened that if he lost this case, he would give up his career.